Hey to all my hustlers out there, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Hustle. And we have reached day 7 of our Hustle Harder Challenge. Yes, I know it may have seemed like a lot when you're talking about building habits, especially a lot of habits in a short amount of time. But our Hustle Harder Challenge is a really condensed way to make sure you are ready for the midpoint of 2020, because this year's hard. It may seem impossible, but it will not defeat us. And why? Because we're going to build the skills and habits to make sure we're going to knock it out. And today, I really thought hard. What should be my last part of the first 7 days of our 30-day challenge? And I've come to it. It is education. So as we talked about important things, appreciation, affirmation, meditation, reflection, all of these ions that I think are critical to building in our life, education had to be a part of it, right? Because how can we improve? How can we make sure we're on a constant path to improvement? Education is a foundation to that. So I wanted to make sure it was included on what we did. And I talked about some books in the course of our first 6 days that have been crucial to me. Think and Grow Rich, Ask and It Is Given. I'll throw in a couple of others, right? The Go-Giver, You Are a Badass. All of these books have been critical in my development, critical in how I see myself, how I see the world, how I see my possibilities. And that's what you want when you're trying to do better, go better, think better, achieve more. You want to be on a constant path, right? It doesn't matter where you are right now, it matters where you're going. And education is one of those vehicles to help you get there. So how do you make sure you conquer this? Especially if you're talking about a 30-day challenge, right? So every day, you're trying to build habits to make sure you get where you want to go. And we all are crunched for time. Time is a premium. Time is our priority. For many of us, time is our billable. And you may not have all the time in the world, but if you really want to achieve these first 7 habits, you can do it in 35 minutes a day. You only need 5 minutes each, and I promise you can learn to develop these habits and decide which ones you want to continue to grow in more time or not. And education is one of them, because not every book you have to conquer today. Maybe you read 2 to 4 or 6 or 10 pages a day. It does not have to be you're studying for a course. You can take the sweat off, right? It doesn't have to be high pressure. It can be low pressure. Do it at your pace. Do it at the time you can afford. But when you do it, dial in. Tune in. Turn on your whole brain, your whole heart, your whole soul to whatever you're reading, and look to resources that are important to you. Maybe you're going to take my recommendations and really go to those books and see if they fit to you. Or you're going to go to maybe your mentor or somebody you admire. You can Google Bill Gates' favorite books or Oprah Winfrey's favorite books and see what they are reading. See what motivates them, if that's your choice. But at the end of the day, you really are going to connect with whatever speaks to you. So whatever spirit you're in, whatever mode you're in, that education that is in that same stream, same frequency is what's going to speak to you most. And it's A-okay if that's what you motivate to, if that's what you evolution to, all of those things, it's okay. If that's for you, it'll speak to you, it'll call your name, you'll see the title and it'll say, hey, you, pick me up, read me, learn more. Education is an important part of that. It does not have to be super formal. I'm not saying go sign up for a new course of work, a new degree, a new certification. That may not be the answer. Believe me, I have a lot of degrees and certifications, and it hasn't led me to this point. But what has is my quest, my thirst, my interest in knowledge and improving and getting better. And education is a great way to do so. So we're here. Ion, first week, important habits that you can build in, yes, just the next 21 days. So at the end of our 30-day challenge and at the beginning of the midpoint of 2020, you can be ready. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Entrepreneur Hustle. Make sure you tune in to our Hustle Harder Challenge, where we're talking about ways you can think better, improve more, get ready for the middle point of 2020, and tell all the bad news bears that have come along with this year, I don't have a place for you. I'm ready for more. I'm ready for bigger. I am better, and education is the perfect way to get you in the space to do so. So thanks so much for joining us, and tune in to week 2 as we continue to focus in on habits to build to make sure we kick 2020's ass.